episode of the Lion's Den was brought to you by common sense. I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you.
Welcome to the Lion's Den. 144 men on the rise again. Yes. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. For real. Welcome to the Lion's Den. 144 men on the rise again. Yes. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. Called you to Jeremiah. I'm finna bring the fire. Cause on the second turn, you don't crucify the Messiah. Roaring like a lion instead of being defiant. You better come together and try to form an alliance. Black Jesus minister, new heavyweight champ. Finna turn the lights on instead of using a lamp. They try to keep up with us, but they leg is catching a cramp. Hebrew Israelites, now that's the name of the camp. That's a divine prospect, shout out to the brother Ron. When they see the Hebrews, other ideologies run. Then apologies come, forever calling us dumb. Bringing all of the facts and leave them silent and numb. So Kwam Yasha Allah, call up Danya Allah. We got no problem, tell the truth and we follow. Got skilled debaters, like Michael Edwards. We never gon' run, PowerPoint, we bring the lecture. Welcome to the Lion's Den, 144 men on the rise again. Yes. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. For real. Welcome to the Lion's Den, 144 men on the rise again. Yes. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. We see you talking down when you're doing your interviews. We got a multitude of knowledge, so how could we lose? Used to be in the gang, so I give them the blues. Welcome to the Lion's Den, we deep when we face you. I know it's hard to understand your ancestors was a slave, but challenging biblical knowledge, homie, we did great. Intellectually, I know you really hear me. You're standing right here next to me, king. Yeah, you gon' get this work. When a father don't spend his time, that mean he fit this curse. We the people, like it or not. Take a look at your block. The rise of AOC, Masharah, Yasha'Allah, cause we got it on lock. Identified through our conditions. Try to label us African without permission. Never laying down, tapping out, no submission. See us in the streets every day, we on a mission. Welcome to the Lion's Den, 144 men on the rise again. Yes. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. For real. Welcome to the Lion's Den, 144 men on the rise again. Yes. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. For real.
We get a certain type of treatment in the conscious community. We get a certain type of treatment in the conscious community in which you are at the forefront of, Sarnetta. So what we're saying is that we want to have a dialogue and discussion about what is good for black people and what should we be dealing with within our community and our faith. Man, we wanted to have an intelligent conversation. So why don't you invite me on your...
All right. Welcome to the Lion's Den, 144 men on the rise again. Called Judah Jeremiah. He finna bring the fire. Because on the second turn, he gonna crucify the Messiah, roaring like a lion instead of being defiant. Hey, shout out to the first Lion's Den champion, Jeremiah. Please say the Yah. You know, go cop that joint, man. You know, MYMG. Go check him out on his channel in Yah World 777. Oh man, I got a little bit of a letdown, man. Due to some unforeseen forces. These brothers are going to have to postpone their debate till tomorrow, but they are going to go back a little bit back and forth for a minute to give you a little appetizer of the three topics they're going to be talking about. And y'all, I apologize. I know a lot of y'all watch football, but hopefully y'all can see the replay or tune in, man. But I'm gonna let you, before we get into it, I gotta introduce the Queen of the Lion's Den, Sister Korea. Go ahead, Queen. Let me mute my mic. Sorry about that.
Welcome, shalom, everybody in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everybody that's watching on the show. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. All right, and we got one of the original Lion's Den members in the building. Before we was a debate league and we were just out here creating groups. My Ak and one of my main administrators who helped us build these groups over the years, Rafia. Go ahead, Aki.
Peace, everybody. Just looking forward to a good dialect in the truth. Peace.
All right, man. His brother been working with JJ 7000 behind the scenes for years. Much respect to you, peace and love, brother. All right, and we got my brother from the island, Silos Congos in the building, man. Go ahead and speak on the Silos.
Well, shalom, shalom, shalom. All the blessings to everyone, and I'm looking forward to learn a little here. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it in. Peace.
All right. And we got the challenger in the building, man. They call him the gangster Egyptians, CEPHAS Black. Go ahead, Aki.
You know what it is. This CEPHAS Black, the gangster Egyptian, and I'm coming over here to bring y'all some truth to you, this little fairy tale we live in, most of our people. And so it's going to be a real interesting night. Peace.
All right, gangster Egyptian said he tired of the fairy tale. And last but not least, the Lions Den Intercontinental Debate Champion, the Smushinator, Zion Warchild in the building. Go ahead, Aki. Unmute your mic, family.
He fell off.
Boy, niggas, boy, black folks know they can mess up a good introduction. Can't they? You know what I'm saying, man? But anyway, brother fell off. He will be back on, man. I can tell the audience right now, this is going to be interesting because, like I say, CEPHAS Black position is that he's saying that religion can cause mental health disorders. So that ought to be very interesting how he, put that out to y'all. Also, in that debate that they're going to be having tomorrow is did the ancient Kemetans believe that the natural rules were just principles, or did they believe that it was a deity, a god, a creator? That's going to be interesting. I don't know the third topic because my memory ain't that long. Dealing with all these people, everybody coming to me with these topics. So what was the third part of the deal there, CEPHAS Black? Go ahead, family.
Should Haile Selassie be represented in the black community as a freedom fighter?
Oh, all right. Haile Selassie. All right. So we got the young brother Tory in the building, man. Hey, listen, Tory. The debate, I don't know if you heard it, but the debate's going to be postponed till tomorrow. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Then I got to introduce the Intercontinental Lions Den debate champion in the building. Go ahead, brother Tory.
Hello, my name is Brother Tory. Peace to everybody on the panel, and peace to everybody in the chat. I'll be over there with Sarnetta, and lately a lot of people they've been canceling debates and they've been running, and it's not looking too good for them. That's all I got to say.
That's right. Hey, it's looking good for JJ 7000. I show up. You know what I'm saying? But thanks for your words of encouragement. The brother Tory says it's not looking good. The youth is disappointed in some of you elderly debaters. Maybe you need to hang up your headphone and your computer and just go sit by the TV and rub Geritol on your feet. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Because with 7,000 getting the ring, he make them all retired, pop their teeth off next to the bed and go to sleep. All right. Now, everybody, what you been waiting for, man? We got the Intercontinental Lions Den champion in the building. I'm talking about, god dang it, the Smushinator. Lion Warren. Go ahead, Aki.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. I fell out for a second. Yo, shalom to the panel, you know what I'm saying? Hope tap to all my Kemetic brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? Islam to all my more science brothers. You know who it is, you know what I'm saying? It's the most hated, the most underrated. You know what I'm saying? The Smusher heads, the Smushinator. I'm your Smusher man, baby. You know what I'm saying? So me and this brother, CEPHAS Black, I've been looking forward to this debate for over a month. You know what I'm saying? And just, mentally preparing. My brother had some work to do today. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? And so, but what I don't want to do is I don't want to reveal my hand before we go to trial. You feel what I'm saying? So today we just gonna chop it up just a little bit. You know what I'm saying, about some of the topics, and that's fine. I ain't got no problem. You know what I mean? So, with all respect due to my brother, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna claim that he's running or nothing like that. He handling his business. Life comes and goes, and you know what I'm saying, and all of the tribulations. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's all good. So tomorrow we can get it in fully, but tonight we just gonna chew the cud. You know what I mean?
Right. All right, man. You know, I'd like to go ahead. What topic can you at least explain to the audience the three topics? You say Haile Selassie is not to be revered as a hero for the black community, something like that. The second one, does religion cause mental health disorder? I mean, I never heard of that topic. That's a new one. And the third one, uh, did the ancient, because Cephas Black is a Kemetic, so Zion wanted him to defend a little something. Does the ancient Kemetics believe that the Neteru's were just a principle, as Jabari Osage teaches, or did they believe that these were like a deity, like a god, a creator, someone they prayed to? Only the proof will be in the pudding. But go ahead. We got Eric, mad scientist. He came on. Sorry, brother. I don't know if you got the news, but the debate will be tomorrow. They're gonna shuck and jive for a little bit. Shuck and jive a little bit. To hype the debate up for tomorrow. But go ahead and speak on it. Tell everybody where they can find you. Keep up the good work, man. I really enjoy your presentation. Go ahead, fam.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah. Peace to the panel, man. Just saying, I'm here to hear the discussion. Patiently waiting for the debate. So hope I get that. When the next date for that?
Tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be in tomorrow. Listen to the debate. So just sit back, listen to the discussion. Is we gonna be able to still conversate too, or just them two?
Remember I told you the format they're gonna do each round. After each round, they have people on the panel, and they'll be able to ask questions.
I'm talking about right now. Like we talk. Is everybody talking? Or?
Basically, these two are gonna get it in a little bit, to hype up the debate, and then we just kind of talk. We don't want to waste. Yeah. Also, we just got. I'm sorry, we got the Lions Den discussion champion in the building. He just came off of his third title defense at the expense of California Bear. I called California Bear, told him don't get discouraged. I just think really you picked a hard topic to defend, and I see the potential. I see that you can be a good person to do discussions or debates. So next time, you got to pick your topics wisely. So I said he gonna be hell on wheels. He gonna be hard to contend with if he pick a good topic that that work with his personality. And not something like that. That was a hard topic. That's a hard topic to defend. The King James Bible hasn't been changed or tampered with. That was a rough one, man. I wouldn't did that one. But I commend your courage, man. And like I said, that was better than your very first debate that you had on here, and it was a lot of an improvement. So keep up the good work, California Bear. All right, we got the Florida Don in the building. Go ahead, Aki. Sorry, I don't know if you heard the news, but go ahead, family.
Yeah, I'm just here to check out the discussion, see what's going on. I'm gonna chime in.
Yeah. Now the debate is rescheduled to tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Man. Yeah, so we just kind of now. I guess where's the brother at? Where Cephas Black? Did you want to get into a little bit about why you feel religion is a religion called mental health disorder, or that be giving too much of your hand? Do you got so much information that you can say a little bit, or what?
Well, I can give a little bit, small
dose
of it. So basically, what I would be trying to explain to you guys is how religion causes OCD, schizophrenia, and other things like that, and how even the creators of the Bible must have had schizophrenia and things like that. And all my information don't just come off the top of my head. I'm not Looney Tune, anything like that. So basically, my information comes from neuroscientists, and my presentation will show you that in his name and his works and proof and documentation and other information from my boy Walter Williams.
He's respected. He's a respected elder in the community.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect him. I mean, I don't agree with everything he says, but I mean, he put in a lot of work, man. He probably forgot, like Apostle said, he probably forgot more than we know. How old is he? 90?
92. Yeah.
And 92, and I can't believe Reggie was disrespecting him like that, man. Just bow down humbly, like, well, you know what, Elder, I really don't want to. It's a bad look for me to be going at you like that. You're an elder, man. You've been doing this, so I'm just gonna what they call that? Agree. How they say that? Agree to disagree. Yeah, man. But he wanna now. If that elder would have been supporting Kim, he really would gain more respect. But he come out. He can't. The brother come out everybody. He come out the Israelites. You come at the comedics, come at everybody. So you take the good with the bad, man. But I wouldn't have disrespected a 92. I wouldn't even want to debate a 92-year-old, man. That ain't no good look. No. So once the 92-year-old start turning up on you, then what you gonna do? You gonna turn up back? I mean, come on. So, man, and Walter Williams was turning up. He said, "I bet you $1,000 you can't use this next time." And the $1,000 is still sitting on the table, y'all.
He said, hey, Jay.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
He say cipher one word, and I cipher one word, and I give you $1,000.
And
nobody took it.
Right, and all this, yeah. You guys,
JJ. Smash Rockwell. All these people supposed to be interpreting, ciphering the nectar matter, whatever, and not one person took.
Right. All right, Apostle, we got Zion back on. So go ahead, you two y'all want to interact for a little bit, and we won't be on here long.
I think Troy was trying to get your attention, man.
Yeah. JJ, what time is that debate tomorrow?
They ain't even told us, man. What's good for you, CEPHAS? Because I mean, to be honest, brother, brother Tory, my football season is pretty much over, man. I mean, the Bears suck, so it don't matter on Sundays for me no more. I mean, we got beat by the worst team in football last week, and that's
I'm not giving up on my Redskins. We beat Chicago, so I'm holding on, man.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm done.
Hey, JJ, can we start it off with a question, like on the panel?
Yeah, go ahead,
the two brothers,
go ahead,
question, just to start it off. You know what I'm saying? Just to start it off. This is to the two brothers that are going to have the discussion, right? So the first part, the religion caused mental health disorder, right? First of all, can both of you? I don't know who want to start first. Can you define what religion is and which religion in particular? Is it one religion, or are you pulling religion all together and saying just religion in general? Or are you speaking about a particular religion, you know, like Hinduism or that, you know, choosing one religion again? And just for clarification, just for communication, how do you define religion? You know, do you define it with the Western dictionary, or do you have your own definition? What's your definition of what religion is? And that's my question.
And let me say something real quick. I apologize for saying Redskins. They're known as the Washington Commanders. Got to be politically correct nowadays. So.
Right. I saw that.
That's a hard thing for me to do, Jay.
And the Guardians. Who's the Guardians?
I bleed burgundy and gold, man. That's a hard thing to do.
They the Commodores.
That don't even sound right, bro.
Hard thing to do.
They had that name, the Redskins, for so long, man. It just rolls off the back of our tongues.
Yeah, man.
Right. But I want to respect the people who feel disrespected, so I apologize to any of my Native American brothers and sisters watching.
1% out of 99.
Yeah. But let's get to it, CEPHAS Black. Let's get to the question that the brother eloquently asked you, Los Condos.
Yeah.
Do you understand this question? Go ahead.
So basically I'm talking about all religion.
I gotta take a call. I'll be right back.
I'm talking about all religion, not just one particular religion. And I'm also talking about the Western and the Eastern religions. So yeah.
And how you define? So how do you define what a religion is, as opposed to like spirituality, or do you believe it's the same thing?
Well, no, spirituality and religion is not the same thing, if you're asking me. So basically, the definition of religion is a way to God. So, and it's a belief, because the definition on belief is unverified thought. It's something that you don't fully understand. So that's why you have to believe it to accept that it is completely true.
Okay, that's your personal definition. All right. How about the other brother? Who is it?
He's not here.
Oh, he's not?
No.
Damn.
I
Where's
got a
he?
question.
He fell off.
Yeah.
He fell off
He
again.
keeps falling off. He
Okay.
having technical problems.
Okay.
So you have to
I
continue
got a
to
question
build
for
to get back.
Cephas.
I got a question.
I got a question for Cephas. Were your family members religious? Your pa, your ma, grandparents,
Yes, most definitely.
sisters, brothers?
Yes, everyone in my family religious. Everyone, mostly Pentecostal.
So personally, you feel that they all got mental problems. They all got a mental problem. That's your conclusion.
That's my conclusion. Yes, sir.
That your family members got a mental problem.
Anyone that have a belief system that's associate that self with religion have a mental illness. Yes.
Okay, so you believe in Kemet?
No.
Oh, I thought you believed in Kemet.
I do not believe in Kemet. We all know that Kemet is real. Why? Because you can go to Egypt.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah.
And what you mean is real? What's real about it?
It's evidence that a civilization had exists and was using principles to and morals to go about life, a way of life.
Okay, so how
So this
did you
archaeology, okay, I got you.
Yeah, how did you go by? How did you come to go by to learning this information? Because you mentioned you're going to use Walter Williams, but of course Walter Williams says that the writings have not been ciphered.
Correct.
There's nobody that actually know what's written on the walls. So how do you know then if he's saying that it's impossible because it hasn't been ciphered? How do you know it's teaching?
Just like how Walter Williams just explained that. So basically, we don't associate ourselves with that Rosetta Stone because of the Frenchman deciphered that.
I'm not talking about the Rosetta Stone. I'm talking about what's written on the
Yeah,
walls.
that's
The coffin content.
All that, right? I agree with you. Yes, I agree with you.
So then that's all the information about the people, their thoughts, their philosophy, and their religious. They're getting into Asa and.
But who deciphered that, my brother? The Europeans.
Nobody.
The Europeans had deciphered that, and that's why we read from the.
Let me chime in. When you talk about when you're speaking about these metaneter and these glyphs, that's not only found in Kemet, it's found throughout the Nile Valley. So you can go to Sudan, deep into Sudan, and those older civilization of the Nubians, they had the cipher because a lot of that metaneter had morphed into certain languages that are presently in those tribes. So when they say they haven't deciphered the metaneter up in Kemet, that's Walter Williams' opinion. That's his opinion. That's not
he
true.
had $1,000 for anybody that could write one word.
Hold on.
And deliver it.
Basically, to understand that information, we will have to ask them people, what do them symbols mean? We do not know them symbols, and we cannot use our language to decipher older language.
Right, because those people don't exist
not
anymore,
just
right?
the symbols in linguistics, the words, the root words that are found. They speak, like for instance,
from Greek.
Right, for instance, and most of the languages, Sabiig or the Sudanese, they say Anuk, or Anukai, Anuk, right? Anuk. And you can even go into Hebrew, Anuk, Anna, right? They use that, right? Where did that come from? And you can find that in the metaneter. You know what I'm saying? You can find that there because those languages, they those languages was morphed into many different languages throughout the Sudan and the Nile Valley. But now, if you're speaking about the other symbols that the Greeks came in, and of course the Greeks came in and they interjected. They put their, you know, they studied some of those symbols too, because they were students of a lot of those sacred orders that you find in Kemet. There was a lot of sacred orders. So they started also writing their glyphs, because that's the Ptolemy. So just like you say today, oh, well, we know about the religious practice. Why? How? Because they read it in the coming forth of the day. You know, we could see that. So if it wasn't the cipher, then you telling me all of that on the papyri, all of that in the walls doesn't mean coming forth a day. The name Assad does not exist. The name Heru does not exist. Ptah, these names
Well,
do not
Heru is Greek.
exist.
Heru is Greek.
What I'm saying, who
Well,
decipher
that's
all that? We gotta go to the people who
well,
decipher
well,
all these
right,
words.
right. The
It's like
tribe,
Africa.
it's
African
right.
is what? It's not a black word. That's not our original name.
That's
African comes
right.
from
That's right.
Yeah,
Epichanus.
okay, yeah,
The
but
the
the
key is in the
point,
language. The key is in the language. And when
that's
you
not
go
what
into
I'm
certain
saying. What I'm
tribes,
saying is they're trying to make it seem different
right.
somehow because we read the Bible and we take a belief system from that Bible. They're trying to make it different, but it's still the same. You're reading the walls and you're taking a belief system from that wall that you don't know, that
I
you,
need,
it's just based on your
hey,
belief.
champ. Hey,
Hey,
champ, I need to say
Yes,
something
sir.
real quick. We got Mudawa. I don't think he got to introduce himself or say anything. Go ahead, Mudawa.
Hey, what's going, beloveds? How's my audio?
Good.
Good. We
Pretty
hear you
good
loud and
since you
clear.
got rid of that Obama phone. You doing good now, man. I'm proud
Right,
of you,
right,
man. For
right. Well,
7
good looking out.
years,
Good looking out.
you know.
I just want to say what's up to the panel, man, and I had to let myself be here for the simple fact that I didn't want the panel to be bombarded with Bible thumpers. I wanted to add some balance to the panel, you know, because I know how you
Nice.
guys are. You guys, whether you try to be or not, most of you guys are extremely biased. You're extremely myopic. You're extremely one-sided. So I definitely made sure I had to come here to provide some balance. I love the topics at hand, and
Yeah.
in a second I'd like to ask Mr. Black a question.
All right. Hey, you know what? We going back down south, man. You know. Down south.
Please let Cephas answer
Coming
the
out the
question.
fields, y'all.
Please let Cephas answer the
My
question because
hands is
that over talking.
bloody from picking cotton. I don't want to do this no more. I need freedom. All right, Apostle. Commercial break over. All right. So look, y'all.
The
I
Django
rolled the
over here.
floor.
The
Hey, I'm
Django.
spontaneous. I'm spontaneous, man. Improvise. I could be on this show. All right. So the brother Zion, I think he's just gonna come back tomorrow because he was all.
Yeah, Zion ain't gonna let his
I know
hand.
that feeling.
He's not
I
gonna
know
let his
that.
left hand know what his right hand doing.
Right, but I know that feeling to get ready for a debate and then you get let
Yeah,
down, man. It's a lot of
yeah.
steam, so it's okay. We'll see it tomorrow. But so Mudawa, I don't know if you got the news, but the debate gonna be tomorrow. The brother Cephas has some things come up, so we're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah. I heard the news, and I kind of like this format right here because it give everybody a chance to kind of like we kind of know Zion. You know, we know where he stands. We know his pseudo judo very well. You know, and we know his supporters very well.
I
I
like
like
that.
that
I
pseudo
like that.
judo. I'm gonna
Yeah,
use
I
that. I'm gonna
like
bite.
that
I'm gonna
pseudo
bite that
judo.
one.
Yeah, I like that. That was cool. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I got a question for Mr. Black. Mr. Black, my question is real. My question is real simple. Uh, in your opinion, what formulates a mental disorder?
good question.
You got to pull out your your PhD
Everybody
book
mute your
for that
mic.
one.
So basically, OCD. What's a better word for that? Yeah, basically OCD.
Yeah.
That's
What is that?
OCD is like so for example, I'm gonna do it for Muslims. For example, like if they don't, some Muslims go extreme. I know some Muslims in Baltimore. If they don't really pray 6 times a day, they have a problem, like they didn't reach that goal. So they try to over CEPHAS.
I thought OCD is when you see things backwards.
Apostle, you already
Oh
won
yeah,
your
I
match.
know.
Please
You're
let
a
the man
champ.
talk. Yes.
Huh?
And I'm gonna add schizophrenia too, also. So yeah, I got a whole lot of things like that. Do that answer your question? I ain't trying to get all into
Well,
it.
the reason why I'm asking, because when the question that you're positing, or the assertion that you're positing to the community, is that religion is a mental health disorder. I think the very first thing that you should do is define what a mental health disorder is to the community. That way they'll have a little bit more understanding of where you're coming from, as opposed to just saying, I'm comparing it to OCD. OCD simply means obsessive compulsive disorder. And that means,
Correct.
that could be a range of things, so, and because I'm a supporter of where you're coming from with this thing in a slight way, I'm not saying that you're all the way right. I'm saying that you would have to, the very first thing you would have to do is establish what a mental health condition is, and then from there establish, is this thing called religion a mental health disorder? Do you follow where I'm coming from?
Well put. Well
Yes,
put.
sir.
I second that motion. I definitely agree with that.
I third that motion.
But I want to ask you something. So what you're saying, that schizophrenia, and I know it very well because my son is schizophrenic, right? So what you're saying, schizophrenia, a person that suffered from this schizo, right? That is because of some religious aspect or some religious doctrine.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Because we could switch that around also. So I have to be very careful of that. Because then the studies have to show that because my son has schizophrenia, he got it through religious practice. But I know my son, he's not religious. We're not religious in my house. You know what I'm saying? You know. So I just, for clarification,
Yeah. I
you know,
mean,
but I do
does
agree. I do agree that the yeah, I do agree that people that get into the religion, because I've seen it a lot, that they do tend to be on the borderline of some mental illness, like a dissonant,
wow.
consonant dissonance. I do see that, but
I
but
got
it's
a
not everybody, but
I
I've
got
seen
a good
cases like that.
example for that
Do
in
you
my
Yeah.
see people that are
presentation.
atheists getting schizophrenia?
No.
So for example, and I'm not going to go too deep, but in my presentation, I also got an example of how a person with no history of schizophrenia,
Okay.
none at all, and will go to a place and all of a suddenly have a problem like that,
Yeah.
and it's backed
And
up
it
by
would be
science.
because of the church.
Say it again.
And then it would be because of the church.
Well, their
It's
involvement
because
with the
of their
church.
belief.
Their personal involvement in it, and I do saw that. I saw that in some churches, and yeah, but you can't paint
Can that
the
be
picture
backed
with
up
a
by medical science?
broad brush.
I got a question.
Mm.
Is drug addiction a mental illness?
Oh yes,
Yes,
but
it
that don't
is.
associate with what I was really trying to pinpoint, because drug addiction is a mental illness. But I'm trying to really highlight the situation, how believing in a religion, and a religion that's not
Yeah.
cultural to our roots and things like that causes mental illness, causes things for us to what's the word? So I won't expel the beans very much, over obsessively think about
Yeah,
things that's
right.
really not true
Now,
about it.
drug addiction is my alley. Drug
Yeah.
addiction is my alley. I experienced drug addiction. I was on the counseling side of drug addiction for many years.
Mm.
Uh, uh, a symptom can be mental, physical, and spiritual, but within itself, drug addiction is not a mental disorder. It can be a symptom of drug addiction. It can be
It could
a
be an
result
outcome,
of
a
drug
result.
addiction.
Okay.
But in itself, drug addiction is not a mental disorder. You can become drug addicted and don't have any mental conditions, but out of the addiction, behaviors can occur as a symptom of the drugs itself. But the problem is not mental. If you treat it just mental, you're going to mess up because you got to treat it physically and spiritually.
But isn't addiction most addictions psychological? Like from my experience or from my research, Brother Apostle, the only two drugs that they say that's physically addictive is alcohol and heroin. They say that everything else, it's a mental addiction.
Okay, that's not true. Cocaine is very, very physical, as well as mental, as well as spiritual.
I think
So,
all of it have to do with a chemical imbalance, man. Because I spent I was once a drug addict, so I know this personally. And then I help drug addicts how to get away from it, because I said you got to look for the signs a lot of times, But we don't want to go into that. But yes, I do. Personally, I feel that drug addiction is a mental illness. They treat it, and I'm not the only one that say that. Conventional psychologists, psychiatrists, because when you go to a drug rehab, you're gonna sit down with psychologists and
not necessarily.
psychiatrists.
Not necessarily.
Listen, I don't know, but I spent
6 years.
And you
as a
never said.
patient.
So, what kind of doctor treated you?
Okay,
Because I'm sure you had a doctor treat you.
Listen,
What kind of doctor was he?
I had a physical doctor that treated my physical conditions. That's on the side separate. That was on the side separate because due to overuse of cocaine, I was diagnosed with a heart condition because of using excessive cocaine.
That's the effects. That's the effects of cocaine.
Right.
Yes,
So it's a symptom of it. But understand what I'm saying. The disease model 1, 2, and 3, I can spit it out to you right now from my brain. This is what I did. I took people out of prison, put them in drugs, got them in treatment to help them. This is what I did for 6
if I may
years.
interject, because I understand where you're coming from, but you're talking about the physical aspect. And now, what caused you to engage in cocaine? What was the driving force behind that?
Right. Was it religion?
What was it?
No, I was 12 years old.
Right.
And a
Okay.
17-year-old said, try it. You'll like it.
Peer pressure.
It wasn't peer. I wouldn't. No. He said, try it. You'll like it. And I tried it. Not because peer pressure. Part of me probably wanted to see what it was like.
That is peer pressure. When somebody says, hey, try this, you're going to like it.
No, I think peer pressure is when you don't want to do something.
You want to, what I've learned? You know what I learned? Some people are not addicted to the drug itself. They're addicted to the lifestyle.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? That's the way I was.
Lifestyle.
Yeah. I did it because everybody else around me was doing it and I wanted to be accepted.
But addiction is very real. That might have been the reason why you started.
Right.
But addiction, sometimes it's the X factor. The metabiology X factor is that you got the disease, the potential of the disease in you inherited from your parents. If your mother was an alcoholic, if your mama was an addict, while she carried you, that baby is going to be born an addict. So they're what you call predisposed conditions.
But that's not. But hold on, brother.
Right.
I mean, and I know that's conventional. That's conventional thought to call drug addiction a disease. If it is a disease, it is a neurological disease, which makes it a mental health condition. Let me finish. Let me finish.
They treat you like that.
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. Can I finish, bro?
Yeah.
Don't cut me off. Let me finish, please. If Drug addiction. If we're going with what the people say, the conventional thought process, drug addiction is a disease. That disease has to be neurological. Allow me to finish. It has to be neurological. Why? Because we can see a full-blown crack baby that does not have addiction to crack or any other drugs as they get older. If it's a physical thing.
Right.
If it's a physical thing, like you say.
As soon as I'm able to respond, I clear it up. I'm not saying it's not neurological, but it's not simply neurological. It's neurological plus. In order for it to be classified as a disease, it has to have two symptoms, two primary symptoms.
Hey, Karima.
And those symptoms are adaptation and bodily disorder change, or it can be environmental, it can be spiritual, but it's about 5 symptoms, major symptoms, primary symptoms. In order for it to be classified as a disease, it has to at least have 2 or more. That means
hey, Apostle, 1 second. Okay. Karima, can you post the StreamYard link again? I'm about to drop off and let Cube come in.
Hey, this is a great bill, by the way. This is a great bill. This is a great bill we having right now, bro. This is a great bill right now.
Okay, let me finish, because this is important.
All right.
This is important, man. In order to classify it as a disease, there's 5 primary symptoms. You got to possess 2 of the 5. If you possess 1 of the 5, then you don't have a disease. But you can still possess that 1. Now, I told you it's spiritual, it's mental, and it's physical. I told you.
Whoa. I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question.
But I wanted to interrupt you, but you didn't let me. So let me finish. And then you can ask your question. Because this is very important. You just want to make it, see, mental, the problem is about mental. You act like the mind is something that you can see. No, you can see the brain. The brain is physical within itself. So anything that's going to affect the brain is not just going to be mental. It's going to be physical too. And it's going to hit the brain stem, which is going to hit the spinal cord, which is going to run down your back and affect every organ in your body. That's physical adaptation. If you don't have the drug, you're going to have symptoms that show you need to get that drug. Whether you got a cough, sniffles,
Apostle, I'm going to show you how it's mental. I'm going to give you I'm going to show you. Hold on. I'm going to give you a scenario.
I'm gonna just mental.
Right. Well, of course, because it starts with the mental. It starts with the mental, but then it starts affecting the physical body because you're taking in that chemical. But Apostle, give me 1 second.
Physical.
Okay. No. It starts mental. I'm gonna show you, Apostle, right now how it starts mental. Okay. Now, you are in a highway, right? This is what I used to tell my students all the time. You're in a highway. And you see these signs on the side of the highway. Now, one of those signs says, if you go this way, you're going to get to this destination, right? Right? And then you see all the signs. But you know that if I see that sign and I'm driving and I take that sign and I turn there, it's going to lead me to a destination that I don't want to be at. You know what I'm saying? The mind is the same way. You see, you're used to just going one way, but then there are signs that pop. Hold up. There are signs that pop up in your brain that leads you to go in that direction. It can be just by you. For instance, you know how I stop? I stopped hanging around with certain people because the sign was this. Every time I came in town, as a musician, and this person's name popped up in my brain, right? then I will go and seek that person out in
That's
my mind.
behavior. That's behavior.
Right.
That's
That's
not
right.
mental. That's
Hold on.
behavior.
Behavior is mental. Behavior is
It's
mental.
not necessary.
It
It's
starts.
mental. It's
You
physical.
got to think
Look,
about it first.
I would
Apostle, you got to
see,
think
bro.
about it first in order to create
Hey,
that
look, man,
habitat.
I done
Behavior is
thought about it,
habitat. You have to think it first.
Listen, there are triggers. There are always
Right.
triggers. I would see lumen 4. I would see an aspirin bottle. I would see a top, a soda top.
So can I get up in here?
Right.
Can
So
Cube
a
get up in
soda
here?
top
Exactly.
will
Yeah, Q,
trigger me.
go right ahead, man. Go
A
ahead.
soda top will trigger me.
Look at that.
True. That's behavioral and it's still mental. But then I will start feeling it in my belly.
All right, let's take some turns.
You just said it. Okay.
So
Right.
let
Cube get up in here real
Let
quick.
Q get up in here. Go ahead, Q.
Is part of it. But
all right, Pastor. Let Q get
part
up.
of it.
Yeah, let somebody else talk.
Spiritually is part of it.
Yeah,
Right,
man,
right.
you getting long-winded, bro.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah,
want to look at one thing. You can't
you
look
were
at
done
one
about
thing.
30 minutes. But I thought you were done. I apologize. I thought you were done. So
Can we
let's
touch
get
on what? Excuse me for 1 second.
Man,
Let me
you're
just say
blessed.
one
I'm
thing.
even on this show with you, man.
A functioning addict.
Yeah. Hold on, but let's not delve into that just yet, though, because what I'm saying may potentially tie into that. So, firstly, you know what I want to say, and you know, peace to some people on the panel, not all, and greetings to the others. But I'll say this. Firstly, we have to understand that there is no such thing as normal, which I hope that we all would agree with. There is no such thing as normal. Normal does not exist. Now, secondly,
You said no such thing as what? I just want to clarify that.
There is no such thing as normal, because in order
Who
to
the hell
have,
said anything about normal?
I'm talking
Let
about
him
normal
finish. Let him finish, Apostle.
because if we're talking about mental states being a spectrum, we're talking about mental health disorders being on that spectrum. So if there is no such thing as normal, then where do we draw the line of what is normal and what is a mental health disorder? So there is no such thing as order, because mental health is a spectrum. Now we would all want to be at a particular.
All right, man. I'll dig y'all later, bro.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
okay, man.
Thank you. We got that cool ass nigga up out of here.
Peace.
So now,
peace.
Yeah, peace to him. So now there
I
is
agree.
there is no such thing as normal. So now let's work our way back from this. Since there is no such thing as normal, then and on that spectrum, because mental health is on that spectrum. So what are we defining mental health as? Go.
Well, I think that's where I think that's where you completely fucking up at. There is definitely a such thing as normal. Normal means the norm. It means the behavior of most of the people, period. That's the norm. And if you behave outside of that, that's abnormal. There is a norm. Now, it's fluid. Don't get me wrong. Normal is like what right and wrong. It's fluid. Normal is like what's moral. It's fluid. But there is definitely a contextual thing that we can consider normal and a thing that we can consider abnormal. We can't just glaze over that like that don't exist.
Okay, now watch this.
I agree with that. That's
watch
conventional.
This. Now listen. I also agree with that. But now watch this. Can a person who you would claim to have a mental
it would be wise to choose a different approach. Cause if you take a life and really tell you about
Mute.
Hold on. Mute, everybody. Mute.
Somebody's music is loud as hell in the
Everybody
background.
mute. Everybody.
Never get burned, we find our soulless in job. No, we are soulless in job.
That's
Somebody need
intentional
to go on mute.
disrespect from somebody. That's intentional disrespect from somebody.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm used to it. So now, with that being said, are you willing to agree that a person who you would say or categorize that has a mental health disorder, are they able to be normal? meaning go to work and drive a vehicle or even fly a plane, would you say that they would be able to be normal?
Can they be certified?
Yeah,
If those
it
are
all
the conditions you
falls under the
call
same thing.
normal, well, you setting that standards of normal different, your barometer different. But
But
what
see,
the brother
see,
just
this is
said,
yeah.
what
Go
the
ahead,
brother
bro.
was just
Yeah, go
talking
ahead.
about as normal and abnormal. But the thing is it's a thin line because what normal to you may be abnormal to somebody else. You see?
Right.
You
That's
know what I'm
why.
saying?
That's why it's
So
a
what's
spectrum. That
abnormal to
there are
you
no
might be normal
lines.
to somebody. It's not that. It's just that it's the pole, and it's just flip flopping from pole to pole. It's like a wave. So and that's the way the brain works. You know what I'm saying? Your
But see,
hell
watch
could
this
be
though.
my heaven, and my hell could be your heaven. You know what I'm saying? It's just
But
flip
but
flop.
but but see, watch this though, because what you're saying, I agree with. But like what you're doing is like you're drawing lines, and I appreciate that. But that's the only part that I disagree is because there are no lines between normal and abnormal. It's a spectrum. It can go. It's all on one. Think about it. It's all on one piece of thread. You don't get any other threads from me to another person because there's things that we can go through in our lives, different traumas that can push us one way or the other. So there is no such thing. There's a spectrum.
Well, you know what's
Q,
the
I got a
line for
question for you.
normal and abnormal is feelings, habitat,
I got a
feelings,
question for
No,
Q real
but there
quick.
is no
feelings.
line though. There is no
That's the
line is what
line.
I'm trying to tell
Feelings.
you.
You could
There
feel
is,
normal here or
there
abnormal there.
is no
I don't know.
line. Bro, hear me out. There is no line. How could there be a line to say that this is normal and that is not normal? There
Cube,
is
there is a
Q,
definite there's a definite demarcation. Adults fucking children, although some adults like to fuck children, it's not
no.
right. There
You're
is
making
a
my point, bro.
line drawn. Listen
Bro,
to
you're
me,
making my
Q.
point. Okay, let me show you how you're
Listen to
making
me,
my point.
Q. Let me
Okay,
Morals
can I
and
go ahead.
finish?
ethics.
Can I
He's
finish,
right.
bro?
Morals and
Hold
Let
on,
me
ethics.
hold on,
finish.
hold on,
Let
hold
me
on. Let him
finish.
make his
Let me
point.
finish.
No,
No,
let him make his
no.
point.
Let me finish, bro. Let me
I said
finish.
let you finish. Yeah, let you finish so I can respond to you.
Right. There is a demarcation between what we view as normal behavior and what we view as abnormal behavior. Is it fluid? Absolutely. If you go back to biblical terms, fucking a 14-year-old girl was normal. Snatching up some girls in the tribe and making them your concubines was normal 2,000 years ago in the biblical era. Now it's abnormal. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, it is fluid. No, it's not on a spectrum. It's agreed upon by the current society, bro.
So, bro, listen, what you just did was said everything that I was gonna say, and you made my point. How can you say in one breath that in October 22nd, 2022, sexually assaulting a 14-year-old is not normal. But if we were to go 4,000 years ago, it would be normal. What you're saying is my point, that it's a spectrum. There is no such thing as normal because as time passes, things change. And if things change, then where is normal? If things are constantly changing, where the F is normal? Hold on. Where is normal if things are constantly changing?
Q, can
Point
I
me
ask
out
you a
to where
question?
normal is.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
ask you a
Please do.
question?
Please do, brother.
According to you, the people that believe in God, are they normal or abnormal?
Listen,
Great
I was trying.
question.
No,
Great
don't
question.
shake off the question. Let's
No,
stay right there.
brother. No, brother. I'm answering your question head on. The reason I brought that there is no normal to answer the question that you're saying right now. Those people that believe in the Bible are completely normal. And you know why the people that believe in the Bible are?
According to you.
Let me answer you, bro, please. The reason why belief and believing in a God is completely normal is because it's evolution based. This is something that people, humans, evolved to do. This is what we evolved into religion, bro. To
So you
think that there
haven't
was something.
evolved?
I agree. I agree
So
with
you
that.
haven't evolved?
Yes, I evolved, bro.
What religion you believe in?
Well, I can tell you what religion I used to believe in.
No, you just said it's a part of evolution. You said you evolved.
Pro adaptive.
So what religion do you believe in?
No, but
Pro
listen,
adaptive.
When you're talking about evolution, you're not talking about something that stays the same, static or stagnant. You talk about something that's constantly moving and changing. So when I use evolution, of course, why would I still be in a religion? That doesn't make sense. If I'm telling you that humans, we evolved to believe in religion. But now, as you see right now, the numbers are rising of people that don't believe in religion or who are just classify themselves. Let me finish.
That is the truth.
So let me ask you about pantheism.
Hold on. Let me just say this last sentence. What we see more and more of is people who are irreligious, but don't necessarily call themselves atheists, but call themselves irreligious. This is evolution of the population of the human being. Go ahead.
How about pantheism? Pantheism. Are you familiar with the term pantheism?
100%.
Okay, so the pantheists belief, the pantheistic way of life, the pantheistic doctrine, right? So you're saying that did that evolve?
Hey, somebody got to mute. Hey, just mute everybody and unmute this brother because everybody, there's people talking.
Yeah. And the children you can drop a gem tomorrow. Things that we can do to help them, like, you know.
Okay. So pantheism. Do you believe that religion evolved from pantheism?
I would. It's kind of two-pronged, but I would say yes and no, because it's difficult to try to single out what was there a group of people who believe that everything was God. You can say yes, and then you can also say that there was a group of people that everything came from one place. So it's two-pronged from that point of view.
All right. I respect that. You know, how about animism, you know, and natural nature, animism and ontology? Do you feel that that's also apart from religion, or do you feel that religion stemmed from that?
Yeah, I don't think animism was one of the first things that humans began to follow. I think that came a little bit later, no different than atheism and henotheism. Those things came later with humans becoming more intelligent. So I think that was just an intelligent way, like animism I'm speaking of specifically, to where humans began to be more intelligent about what they think, you know, and using thought as a school recreationally using it. So I think that's how it more so was. I think how it started off was pantheism and monotheism, to be honest with you, 100%. And I think history backs that up.
So are you familiar with the doggone tribe? The doggone tribe? Would you consider them? Are you familiar with the doggone tribe from Mali?
Yeah, the Dogon, right?
All right. Would you consider them religious?
Oh, 100%.
So, now would you say they're out of their mind or something? They didn't see what they say they saw?
No, listen. I would never say a religious person is outside of their mind. I do make hyperbolic statements, and I may say that from time to time, but do I truly believe that? And if we were actually talking, having a conversation or build, I would never say that, because they're not outside of their mind. And I'm gonna give you a perfect reason why. Now, I'm an atheist, and I work around nothing but theists, people who believe in God. Now, these same people, they're able to crunch numbers. They're able to drive vehicles. They're able to push the button when they're walking across the street. They're able to put their children into baby seats and things of that nature. So no, they're not outside of their mind. It's just that when it comes to this topic, they're just a bit misguided. Some may be jaded, and some just
can you prove that? Because they say some people called nomos. No, you didn't. They say some nomos taught them about the star system that modern science didn't know about.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's the thing. I would say the same thing when it comes to theists, like Christians or fake Black Hebrew Israelites. No, none of you who claim to be a fake Black Hebrew Israelite, you've never seen God, you've never heard from God, and neither of you can show the evidence of God. And this is why I'm an atheist, because these things have yet to be proven. Now, if you would like to do so, hold on, let me finish.
Prove how you got here. You can't prove how you got here.
His mind,
plants and animals.
Yeah, I'm almost
done. The plants and animals.
Right. And I'm almost done. So all you would have to do to make me not an atheist is just to show me the evidence of God, and I will be right along with you.
Bruh, I ain't gotta
Thinking that
make
there's
you
God.
prove nothing.
No, that's not what I said. I said all you would have to do for me to not be an atheist is to show me the evidence of God, but no one has yet to do that.
I don't have to make you prove anything.
Bro, I never said that you have to do anything. I'm saying these are
That's
my
what you just said.
No,
That's
bro,
what
listen,
you just said.
Bro,
All
you're
you had to
missing
do to make you prove. I ain't gotta make you prove nothing.
Bro, listen, you're missing it, bro, because you asked me a question. I'm responding with my prerequisites. My prerequisites are you have to show me that there is evidence of a God. I'm not saying that you have to do anything. Like you to a man, you don't have to do anything.
Well, I gave you an example of the nomos, that the doggone tribe.
Okay, well, examples are not evidence.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, brother.
So then you would have to prove to me.
Hold on.
How...
Pause, guys, because you guys are being combative with each other, and the line of talk is like not going nowhere right now. Now, if I was to say I talk to my imaginary friend every day and nobody else can see him, but 3 or 4 people from the other side of the world say they got the same imaginary friend. If I was to say my imaginary friend had superpowers that were influencing my life and nobody else could see those imaginary powers except for maybe a couple people on the other side of the earth. And I believe wholeheartedly that my imaginary friend is influencing my life. How would you view me? Would you view me as being normal, or would you view me as having some sort of an abnormality?
I would look at you as 100% normal, because we understand that 60% of children have imaginary friends. So I would look at you as 100% normal. Because this is
for you, Cube. That wasn't for you.
Objection.
No, but why can't I answer it though? Even if it wasn't to me,
but
like the truth.
That wasn't for you though. I asked the brother that was talking to Q.
So I can't respond to it, even if it wasn't for me.
Yeah, even if it wasn't for you, I wasn't talking to you.
Well, if this person has knowledge of something that was before science, wouldn't you have to raise an eyebrow?
No. You can't add something to what I said. I said what I said.
Well,
I made it as plain as day. You can't say. You can't add something onto it.
I referred to the doggone tribe, and you gave me an imaginary.
No, bro, just come on, man. Don't skip around it, man.
I said just the doggone tribe.
That's a great perspective. You gotta listen to what the brother.
Brother, you're being intellectually dishonest, brother. You're being intellectually dishonest right now.
Right. That's a great perspective.
Right. So
hey, hold on. Hey, bro, Madiwa. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. The way how you formulated your question, I just gotta be real with you, bro. You said an imaginary friend, like, and you're implying that.
I know what you're going to say, bro. Right, I don't want to bring that up right now. I'm not trying to bring that up right now, Q.
You don't even know.
I know about the children. Q. I know about the children, Q. I know about the children.
That's speculative. That's speculative.
I'm saying is something totally different.
Hold on, brother Mudawa. It's a fallacy of equivocation argument.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Because one of the things you originally did, and this is what OTQ just said, and it makes a whole bunch of sense. Because once OTQ just said that, and me and him don't always agree on everything. However, you said you immediately said that it's an imaginary friend. You're prejudicing the situation. You can't make that assessment unless what you're doing is coloring. You're coloring the
you would have to say that you're speaking to something that is a real friend that you perceive, but you started off by saying it's imaginary, therefore we can then just dismiss it because it's imaginary. So that's what I'm saying. It's the phrasing of your question. That's what I'm saying.
Well, let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. Disney, Walter Disney, right? through imagination, created a cartoon and created a revenue that's billions and billions of dollars. Is that normal?
Yes.
Yeah, that's normal, of course.
So what he's telling you is that the line, if a person having imagine, and kids do that all the time, and I deal with a lot of santeros and palos, and they deal with imaginary orichas and stuff like that.
English, brother. English, brother.
Oh, okay. They deal with that's West African. That's West African.
I'm messing with you.
Orichas. Yeah, and so would you consider these people normal or abnormal? I just want to know how you
bro. Listen, it's normal, brother.
Okay, so you're in the premise that that's normal because imagination is a normal thing. We all imagine.
Bro, listen, I'm one of the most.
Imagination is normal, yes. Listen to me carefully. Imagination is very normal. But once you have a certain degree of intellectual capacity, you know how to discern the real from the imaginary.
That's not true.
That's very true.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's very true. That's not a little bit true. That's demonstrably true. Once you have a certain level of intellectual capacity, you should be able to discern what is imaginary from what is fictitious or what is true. Let me finish. Please let me finish. When it comes to the subject of religion, what happens is we get so ingrained with this belief in most Abrahamic religions, the thought of hell or the promise of heaven, that we suspend our intellectual capacity and still run with the narrative.
Hey, you know what? Let me
I can agree to that.
Hold on. Let him say that again and let me respond because I want to clear something up. Go ahead, bro. Say that again.
Within the Abrahamic faith, we become so inundated with the threat of hell or the promise of heaven that we suspend our intellectual capacity and believe the narrative regardless. And that's where the problem comes in, you guys.
Now watch this. Now, I disagree with you initially. But once I heard you say what I had just said, I have to retract my statement. And now I have to agree with you for the simple fact that the stats are out that people who receive an associate's degree, these people are less likely to believe in God. So he's actually right. When a person becomes more intellectual, they're more likely, and I can pull these stats up if you like. People who have an associate's degree, they're less likely to believe in God. And actually, I just said the same thing that he said. Meaning, when I said that I work around people, theists or Christians, who they have this all this intellectual understanding, but when it comes to God, they suspend that. So he is 100% correct, and I take back disagreeing with him.
And that's what
But I want to flip that a little bit. I want to flip that a little bit because, so let's say the Hindus, or when you're going in Islam, in these Islamic countries, they have a belief system that sustains their culture. So do you know?
It doesn't.
It does not sustain. It does not sustain their culture.
No. The difference is their belief system is ingrained within their culture. That's the difference.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, but it's ingrained in their culture.
Their religion doesn't sustain it, because if they got rid of religion tomorrow, they would still have oil. They would still have all of these things that sustain their culture. Really, it's just religion. Religion doesn't undergird their culture. It's really going with that. It's really the natural resources. It's the natural resources that they have that undergird their culture. Religion.
I'm gonna exit out, but before leaving, I'm gonna say this. Yeah, I do see where you're coming with that. It's very interesting, and I would love to catch the debate tomorrow, to see what more you bring out. Because I say like this. I think that religion, again, the evolutionary stage that religion transformed itself from pantheism and from nature, from natural nature. I feel that it was a way to keep the mass population away from learning applied sciences, learning about nuclear fusion, certain applied sciences. You know what I'm saying? But then in today's day and time, there are Christian colleges that do, you know, teach kids to become engineers, but that's a rare. That's a rare. Most of your Christian colleges, most of your Christian university colleges, you only see doctors, pharmaceutical doctors, and stuff like that coming out of that. You don't see much engineers coming from those universities because those are applied sciences. So I do agree with you in that sense that in a way it kind of like it's the other factor in life. There's people that are made to become applied scientists and to deal with those inventions and deal with that in culture, you know, in environment. And then there are those that simply move people's ideas and feelings to a certain way, like morals and ethics. If we don't have religion, there'll be a lot of crazy people out here killing and murdering people, bro.
But let me say this before you go, and this is what I disagree with. When we look at people who are religious, but we could just talk about Christians. There are and there were a huge populations of Christians that have progressed science as we know today. There's a huge population of it, brother. When we talk about physics, when we talk about quantum mechanics, these were Christians that delved into these things. Now, the reason why it was so Christian based is for the simple fact that that is the religion that we had. That was essentially pressed upon people. Okay. So that's the only reason I disagree. But Christians were at the forefront of science. It was not atheist. It wasn't atheist or anything because hold on. I'm gonna say this last thing. The reason why is because they were trying to prove Christianity. This is why these schools even got developed. And last thing I'll say, you can take a person like myself. The reason how I became an atheist is because I attempted to strengthen my faith. And in attempting to strengthen my faith, I found it was bullshit. But go ahead.
But you know what the problem I have with atheists? To be honest with you, that in the word atheist is the word theist. You know, so what's the difference?
What it's just your believing, bro. Bro. Don't do that.
Yeah, it's
don't do that, family.
You got
hold on, bro.
Listen,
hold on, stop, bro.
Listen to what I'm saying.
That's horrible wordplay. The A in atheist, it literally means anti, against. It literally means that, bro.
A-E. A-E-T. Doesn't mean anti.
Are you a fan?
Ether is not anti.
Are you a fan of any baseball, football, or hockey team?
Come on, man. Don't do that, bro.
Hold on, real quick. Are you a fan of any baseball, hockey, football team?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, the Yankees.
Okay.
I rock with the Yankees.
Whoa. Okay, so now what is fan short for?
Who?
What is fan short for?
Fanatics.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now what are fanatics?
Fanatics are people that are gun-ho fanatics, and they're stuck on, you know, that's what they are.
Listen,
I don't know.
Listen, fanatics are crazy people that are willing to do any and everything to promote. Are willing to do anything to promote anything advantageous for their team. So, are you a person? Are you willing to kill anybody for your team?
But now you're taking me to another. No, hold on.
I'm showing you what you just did.
I'm gonna tell you what I just did. When you spell atheist or ether, it was spelled the Greeks. That's a Greek concept, and it was spelled A-E. Listen. It was spelled with an A-E-T. A-E-T. Now, I can understand that the ether matter is in a way a little bit like antimatter, but it's still matter. I can understand that. I know physics very well. But the A-E in there, when you drop the A, now you got etherist. When you drop the E, you got atheist. You know what I'm saying?
Now watch this. Watch this.
It's not wordplay. It's not wordplay. It's not wordplay.
Wait, one at a time.
Let me kick something that you probably didn't know, right? So now you had slaves, black slaves on plantations, right? Who naturally came to atheism, but we don't have to use that word since we don't have to use that word since you're semantically laden. So we had black slaves who came to understand that there can't be a God because of what their people were going through at that time. So what would you call them? Would you call them atheists?
Well, I won't say God, but they believe in a force because the atheists believe in that. Does an atheist? You as an atheist, do you believe in there is a force?
No, I don't.
In the universe.
No, I don't.
So what you're saying? So there is no force in the universe.
Please let me get this.
There's no force in the universe.
Please let me get this, bro. Please let me get this, bro.
There's no electromagnetic energy.
May I please?
I'm out.
All right. There's a huge difference, fam, in a person thinking that there is a force in the universe and a person thinking that there is something that is providing agency in the universe. Like, there's a force in our universe, the fucking sun. Yes. But is the sun caring about whether or not I get an A on my midterms tomorrow? Absolutely not. Is the son worried about if my auntie is going to survive the surgery she's going to have in 2 days?
My brother, stop with the logical
not.
fallacy. Stop with the logical fallacy.
Let me finish. That's not a logical fallacy. It's not
You're
at all.
mixing apples with
No.
CeeLo, let him finish.
This is logic. Ain't nothing fallacious about it. This is logic, family. Because a person says they think there's bigger forces in the universe. Yes, gravity is a bigger force in the universe, but they don't think that gravity is going to get them to pass a job interview tomorrow. Electromagnetism is a bigger force in the universe, but they don't think that that's going to stop their grandmother from dying on the deathbed in 3 or 4 days. So don't conflate the two, family. Don't do that.
Listen,
you believe in that. Let me finish.
I got you.
You believe in an Abrahamic God. Your Abrahamic God is Omni. You believe in an omni God, bro. Don't conflate it with what other people may think.
You don't know what I believe in. You don't know what I know. I can tell. Now let me tell you something. The force you're talking about, electromagnetic forces and stuff. How do you think you move your body? How do you think your mind, your brain works? Your body, your muscles. You heard of Kingsology? Kingsology, the study. What? So you don't believe there's a science that you don't have electromagnetic pulses? Your heart is not sustained by the electromagnetic pulse? Are you serious, bro?
This is just agreeing with me. Keep agreeing with me.
Your body is electrified. Where do you think this electric comes from?
Keep agreeing with me.
Agreeing with you. I agree with you to a certain extent, but for you to say that this force, this electromagnetic force, it's true. It doesn't care if you get an A on a damn test or something, but it's something. It's going to activate you. It's going to move your body to go and fill out that paperwork. Because if you didn't have that, if you didn't have that energy, bro, if you didn't have that energy within your body, come on, man.
That's a horrible stretch, bro. You got certain energy. That's a horrible stretch, bro. That's a horrible stretch.
Oh, man. All right. Well, you know what? It's horrible. Thank you very much. I see myself out. Okay. Thank you very much. Because I definitely.
Let me say this. Let me say this on his exit. There's the strong force, the weak force, the electromagnetic, and there's the gravitational force. So this brother's wrong. There is no goddamn electromagnetic force that's making me want to go fill out a goddamn application.
But it's moving your body. It's moving your body. It's making your heart. It's making your heart pulse, bro. How do you think the heart pulse is moving your body? You know what I'm saying? You get it. You need to go back into physics. Study physics.
Is that your omni? Wait a minute. That means you're agreeing with us and telling us we need to go back and study. You're agreeing with us, but telling us we need to go back and study.
Listen, I'm amplifying. I'm amplifying what you're saying, right? And I disagree with the point that you said that we don't have this energy in our bodies. That's all I'm
We
saying.
don't.
This
We don't.
electromagnetic energy that we have in our body that makes your muscles move. Okay.
No, bro,
Matter of
listen.
fact, Bruce. Matter of fact,
You're
study.
confusing
Bro,
impulses.
bro, bro.
You're
No, don't
confusing
mix
impulses.
Can one
impulses
speak?
or
Can one speak? We
electromagnetic
trying to
forces
listen,
in your
bro.
Don't do
body,
that.
bro. You got your solar plexus and you got many
You just
different
want to
plexus in
talk
your
right
body
now.
that,
You
bro,
just want to
come on,
talk
man.
right
Come
now,
on.
huh?
No, I want to
Bro,
talk.
you just want to talk
Bro,
right now.
you really need to
You just
research on that.
talk.
Anyway,
You just,
And let
later,
me
hold
let me ask you this.
on.
bye.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hey,
Wait.
before you
You
leave,
just want to talk.
brother, before you
We
leave,
gonna let you just talk, bro.
hold on, before he left, I wanted to tell that brother, man, that I love him, and I want him to continue to research because he sounds like a very good brother. But brother, are you also saying that we have kinetic energy also that flows through our body? Like, bro, it just doesn't make sense. We don't have kinetic energy. We produce kinetic energy through our movement. So these things that he's talking about just don't make sense, and they don't make sense, and they would never make sense because it is not in accordance to physics. Sorry.
Yeah, bro, these dudes like they try to be. Some of them try to straddle the fence between science and religion, and they always fall short. Like, listen, there's nothing wrong, and I tell black people this all the time. There's nothing wrong with saying, listen, I'm secular Christian, because most of y'all are. You're not real Christians. You're not real people that's in the Christian faith. You believe in the death. You'll kill somebody, you'll steal, you'll do all manner of everything. But just Christianity is a part of your culture because you've been indoctrinated and assimilated into the United States of America. So guess what? You're a secular Christian. Stop acting like you're a real Christian. You're not. You're not. No way, shape, form, or fashion. So once black people start getting that through their mind and say, hey, I'm not really one of those real people like that. I don't believe in the shit they believed in, but guess it's part of my culture because that's what I was raised on here in the United States of America. And once you say that, like a bunch of Jews have said, a bunch of Jews now are saying, I'm secular Jewish. And they're saying it with a straight face. I'm secular Jewish. I don't believe in none of that Exodus bullshit. I don't believe in none of that Moses shit. I don't believe in none of that other shit. But I am Jewish by culture, but I understand science and the world around me. And once you niggas get to that point and say, guess what? I'm Christian by culture, but I don't believe none of that shit that was forced on me by my slave master. You might be better individuals for it, man. And I land the plane.
And that's 100% facts. That's 100% facts because we've seen so. Listen, and see, this is a stat which is a crazy stat. When you look at the Nobel Peace Prize winners, just for science, what you see is this little small country by the name of Israel that have the majority of them. Well, I'm not going to say majority, but compared to the size of their country, population wise,
Right,
they
a
have a huge
disproportionate
amount.
amount. Right.
It's extremely disproportionate. And these are the people who are supposedly believing God. Man, these people don't believe in this shit no more, man. They hide behind that. They hide behind this religion to get funds from other people. And see, the crazy part about that, we're so fucking stupid as black people that we want to hold on to a fucking religion instead of engaging into physics and science and things of that nature. Why are we doing what they're doing? Because you know why? We love hip hop so much that we're mad that a white person is taking it away. Motherfuck hip hop. Take that shit away. Let's engage in something else and be great at that shit.
Can I get
You see?
next?
Right.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
go ahead. I was in the comments, but I had to get on because God, as far as we know, is energy, and I saw the brother breaking down the forces of nature, which are all inside the atom. But since you want to talk about,
Hey, sister, can you speak up a little bit? A little bit.
sure, 1 second.
Hold on. Why did you mute me? I couldn't hear her. I didn't.
It's the background noise, so I'm muting everybody. Okay, let her talk.
Cool.
I was just saying that I saw him breaking down the forces of nature. But when we talk about an atom and when we talk about electrons, we know that we're talking about 99% of nothing. That's energy. That's potential. That's kinetic. That's anything you put the attention to it, it will do that. Science has proven this. So when we look at religion, now that we have come as far as we have in science, now we should understand that everything they did up until the New Testament was them showing the power of the Most High God. Nothing they did was so spectacular that no one else could do it. This is why they were a mixed multitude, because people came to be amongst the people that at that time they thought could talk directly to the Most High God. But it's the forces of nature. It's what God was showing us with Moses and the Pharaoh, how we are all connected, how the Pharaoh could think he's going to do one thing, but you can easily be controlled and do another thing. We do this every day. Anyone who knows me knows my personal story. I tested this theory with an NBA player just to see if I could get the attention based off energy alone, and it works. So this is what every religion is doing that is not touched by the European, because up until the time the European witnessed the people that could command this God, they took the power for themselves and they confused everyone. But if you just look at just Genesis 1, God telling you right there that he's conscious and he's nothing but power. He's energy. He's power.
Oh wow. Okay, can I respond to a few things you said?
No, I'm gonna let Ruben go after this, and then you can go. But
okay,
just
cool.
Everything I'm saying is found in the Bible. Genesis 1. Even if you take it to Jacob, when he prayed and then he went and meditated, and in his meditative state, he crossed over into the fourth or the fifth dimension, and he was able to converse with angels. He was able to get that blessing. He was able to go and retrieve whatever it is that he wanted out of that dimension, and that is the lessons that we are to learn. I mean, I just don't see how we don't read this book as metaphysical, how we're really looking for a physical Moses. Like, it's created so you cannot backtrack and prove this, because everything is based off your faith and your own relationship with this energy. So that's all I wanted to jump on and say.
Hey, don't leave just yet, because another brother's going to respond to you. Then I have some questions also.
Oh, I'm not going nowhere. Go ahead, Ruben.
Well, I just wanted to hop on and say peace to the panel. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since I've been on Lions Den, one of y'all shows, so I had to drop in. JJ hollered at me earlier. You know, so I just wanted to make my presence felt, come in and,
let them know what you got going. Let them know what you got coming up.
Oh, I got next weekend around this time, you know what I'm saying? I ought to be putting Sakara in box. Well, I got a debate coming up next weekend on the 29th against Takari TKO Dawson. I ain't gonna take nothing from him. You know what I'm saying? He'll up and coming debater, you know what I'm saying? But I think he'll bit off more than he could chew, and I'm gonna show the people that, you know what I'm saying? The topic of our debate is, do the glyph have to have a person determinative to mean the person? And he's trying to use titles to say that these titles are people, but they're exactly what the definition says they are, titles. You know what I'm saying? So look forward to that. I'm gonna be making my presence around Lions Den more often. Me, my brother's a new Kakarek. One of my sisters on here right now. Shout out to her here kicking up God is energy thing, you know what I'm saying? We say God is light, light is electromagnetism. You know what I'm saying? We basically talking about the same thing, sis. But I'm gonna see what's happening after that debate with Takari. You know what I'm saying? I'm focusing one opponent at a time. And after I get that out the way, we'll see what the future holds. You know what I'm saying? My brother, a new cat, got a debate coming up with a brother. You know what I'm saying? I think there's gonna be after mine. I don't know if they locked in on a date yet, but we'll be promoting, you know what I'm saying, coming on Lions Den, you know, platform and talk about it, let y'all know what's going on with Naga. We still around. We ain't win nowhere.
Yo, wonderful.
That's right.
How do you say your name, brother? How do you say
Ruben,
your name?
Big shout out to
Ru,
my big brother, my brother
Ruben
King Naga.
Jediah, Ruben
Shalom,
Jediah Hella
Ivy.
Higher, you know what I'm saying, aka King Naga.
So
Shout out,
one
you know, peace to you too,
one
bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all love.
yeah, shouts out PC. But one question I have before I move to the sister: do you believe in a God?
Do I believe in the God?
Right.
I, God is light. Light is
Oh,
electromagnetism.
okay, yeah. I've been looking for you, but I appreciate that. Let me get to the sister real quick. So the sister was saying that, if I may, she says everything they did. Why the nebulous they? That's number one. And then she went on to say, she tested a theory with an NBA player, but she never gave out the theory or the conclusions from that test that she did. And lastly, she said the European witness that they, meaning I guess meaning black people, could command God. Now, how could you steal away the power to command God? So first, let's start with the first question, which was everything they did. Who is that they, sister?
Europeans.
Oh, okay. So now, when you said you tested a theory with an NBA player, I don't care about the NBA player. What theory did you test?
I tested the theory that we are all one, we are all connected. That
Oh, okay.
Cube,
My bad.
let it
I'm
go,
sorry.
bro. Let
I'm
it
sorry.
go, Cube. Please let it go.
Come
Don't not
on, man.
no not with not for real though, bro. It's not. It's gonna sidetrack the. It's gonna sidetrack the whole get down,
Aye,
bro.
aye, 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 aye,
Yeah, it's
aye.
gonna sidetrack the whole get down, bro. Like
You the big homie, so I'm gonna respect that. I'm gonna respect that.
okay, I want
like
Cephas to go because I think Cephas been trying to say something before he go.
Con, tomorrow night, y'all. Smush gang.
Yeah,
bruh.
most
The
definitely.
Smushinator.
You already know.
He's back
You know
from
what I'm
the
saying?
dead. Cube killed that nigga 2 months ago, and he's back from the
Hold on,
dead.
Cephas. Hold
Welcome
on,
back.
y'all.
Too many times
Hold
I
on.
done talked to Smizzy.
Hold on, Cephas is trying to talk.
I done slapped you up too many times, Cube, for you talking Smizzy right now, man. We're not doing this. We're not doing this right.
Let's Cephas go.
Yeah, tomorrow night is gonna be packing, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it rip y'all wild. Sorry for the week, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's gonna be real interesting. We're gonna have a good build, learn a lot, and yeah.
Right,
So
can I ask Zion? Can I ask Zion a question on the topics of what y'all gonna speak of tomorrow?
I want Zion to go, so yeah, you can do that.
Right, like brother Zion. This your brother Mugabe, and
Yes, sir.
my question to you is this: if if religion or excessive religion is not a form of mental health disorder, how do you explain certain cults, people that kill each other in the name of their cult leader? How do you explain like your Charles Mansons? How do you explain your Jim Joneses? How do you explain the people that did atrocious things in the name of their religion if those belief systems don't cause some form of a neurological disorder?
Okay, yeah. Great question. You know what I'm saying? Mugabe, you know what I'm saying? Monkey music, man. You know I got the greatest respect for you, brother. Here's the deal. Anything that is man is even a pro-adaptive trait of men or of mankind, such as religion, correct? Right? I'm speaking from an objective standpoint. So the deal is, you can even go to the Bible, and this supports it. In James chapter 1, verse 26, it says that show me a man with an unbridled tongue, and I will show you a man
whose religion is vain. So what we have to understand first and foremost is that there is a deviation from what is considered a good religious belief and practice that is pro-adaptive and healthy to development, to marriage, and to nationalism, which I'm going to bring out tomorrow. My brother CEPHAS Black. And what is the difference between that and a fanaticism that becomes negatively pro-adaptive? See, the problem is that y'all know how I get down, right? So the problem is that we have a fallacy of equivocation right now where we think that or assume the position that all religion is bad simply because there's a couple of bad eggs in the basket. Hallelujah. Holla back. So at the end of the day, when you see the statistics of marriages that last over 80 years and 70 years and 50 years, you see national pride and identity. You actually see pro-adaptive, pro-morals, social adaptive behaviors. That comes through religious practice. And I will go all the way back to Egypt and even further back to ancient Kush, to the God Kings. So at the end of the day, understand that you cannot place all religion in one basket, my brother. Just like you can't place all science. You want to sleep? Go ahead and sleep. Somebody mute their mic. Do that for me. Okay? Be respectful. Okay. So yeah. So at the end of the day, religion is a pro-adaptive behavior that actually does, in fact. Y'all was bringing up drugs. You know that AA actually has a 12-step program, which is considered a religious practice. You even have to say the serenity prayer and the whole nine.
Absolutely.
Put yourself on mute if you're going to snore. Who's snoring? Who's snoring? Is that your girlfriend laying next to you, Muru?
He ain't snoring. Just keep going. Keep going. After this, I want Mass Science to respond to this mental health disorder because I know he did a show on it.
Right. So at the end of the day, that's all I'm saying is that you can't put everything into one basket. It's the same thing with like genetic diversity and other questions about things that we argue about every day. All of us argue about every day that has complexities. You understand complexities, my brother Murua? Yes, sir. Can we agree on that?
That's a given.
Okay, calm. All right, that's it.
Okay, I mean that was a nice goalpost move answer, and I'll let you get away with it just for the sake of argument. You know what I mean? And I'll definitely let you get away with it. Now my next question to you, it was a good goalpost move, and you did it great. You know what I mean? But it did not address what I initially said. I won't even go back into it. I won't go back into it.
Because what you're doing is overgeneralizing. So I can make an objection for fallacy of equivocation. I can make multiple fallacy objections.
Yes. No, sir. No, sir. You can't. No,
speculative, all of that. Yeah.
I understand. I understand. My question is this: if we look at,
hold on, man, let me get this nigga. Let me get him. I'm just playing. Go ahead, bro.
I don't want to nail nobody to the proverbial cross, you know, because that doesn't, because those guys are, you know, they're adamant about their belief systems, whether it's right, wrong, flawed, or perfect. You know, I don't think that we gain anything by you know trying to move them away from that. I think that it's so ingrained in Negro American culture that we just have to move on to, like, you know, the youth, you know, and maybe we could have a whole generation of young, intelligent, scientifically literate, atheist black children that don't let their minds go into that BS, you know, and they can have coping mechanisms that don't involve imaginary friends.
Can I ask a question?
Can I ask you a question? Yeah. I apologize. Can I ask you a question, my brother Mudawa?
Wait, I want Eric to go, and then okay. Then you can ask him, Eric.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, it's different types of the mental issues and stuff that people are trying to put in one box, but just like when Apostle was talking about is physical, is mental, and then it becomes physical. Some of the drug and when I went up to did the research, it's not just the drugs that make it a mental. It's trying to get off it and the things that like the side effects from it and stuff like that, which made it really like a mental issue that they was talking about, not just doing the drugs. It's basically what the drugs do to you and trying to get off.
Absolutely.
But I mean, like I said, CEPHAS got his own definition of religion. So I don't know if y'all gonna base y'all argument over that, over his. Are y'all basing it off of his definition, or y'all going by the correct? I mean, not correct, but the definition that you would look up and see. That's the part, because if you're going by CEPHAS thing, then you know what I'm saying, I see people talking a whole nother way that CEPHAS wasn't talking about. So that's why when y'all asked him about where he's going with the religion thing, are y'all basing off of what CEPHAS is going by your definition? Or y'all going by the regular definition of? I was asking it for Zion.
But the definition I'll be going off the Western definition, the belief of the worship, of God.
Okay. I mean, I just heard. I ain't really hear what you had said. I heard somebody
I was
ask
saying,
you.
like I said, religion, because religion, religion is a way to God. Everyone have their individual.
But there's
way to
religions
God.
that don't have God in it. So this is my problem, because hold on, my brother CEPHAS, and no disrespect, mass scientist. The problem is that there's something. Hold on. There's something called Taoism. Taoism is a religion, a Chinese religion that does not have any deities whatsoever. There are multiple Eastern practices that do not have a god. It's a religion.
That is not true.
You want to talk about it? Who's the god of Taoism?
It's got to be self.
There is no God in
Well,
Taoism.
you don't master self?
Ma'am, no. Objection. Your answers are without any relevancy.
I asked the question. I said so.
You asked a question that's irrelevant, and I'm objecting to it, and I'm moving to strike.
How is it irrelevant?
There is no, because you don't know because what you just said proves that you don't even know what Taoism is.
Bro, that's why I asked.
Wait, sis.
That's why I asked.
Hey, hold on. Let's kill it. Hey, let's kill it. Hey, can I just kill it? Can I just kill it real quick? Can I just kill it?
I'm going to be equally yoked with everybody.
Hold on, let's just make it. Hey, let's just kill it. Let's just kill it real quick. Let me read this. Hold on.
No.
There are gods as part of the Taoist belief, often introduced from the various cultures.
Wait. My empress wants to, if the sister wants to argue, she can argue with my empress.
No, you're not about to argue with her. Ask Mugabe that question that you wanted to ask him and direct.
Hey, but hold on, can I just read this to just kill it?
No, you can read it after Mugabe answer the question, okay? Okay, Zion, ask Mugabe, because she asked you a question and it's turning.
That was a total distraction.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't even remember.
Okay, if you don't remember,
you just came in with speculative position and not even what that was.
Yeah, somebody got to mute, man. That's like a crazy people. Somebody got to mute.
This is what I do. No, stop. This is what I do.
Yeah, we're not about to do that though. We're not about to argue. No. Direct your conversation towards him. If you don't have that question, then I'm gonna let Q go, because we're not about to do that. Okay.
Well, let me just read this. I don't even have to go. Let me just read this, and I'll be done with it. So it says here rather, there are gods as part of the Taoist belief, often introduced from the various cultures found in the region known as China. These gods are part of the Tao, like all living things. Taoism, brother, let me finish. Taoism has temples, monasteries, and priests who make offerings, meditate, and perform other rituals for their community. I'm done. You guys can continue on. I'll listen.
That's a fallacy.
I can ask questions. Everybody can answer.
Yeah, go ahead. Everybody mute your mic. Let Ruben go.
What black culture throughout history was atheist? Is there any black culture throughout history that was atheist?
You said, was there any black? What? I missed that.
Is there any black cultures and civilizations throughout history that didn't have some form of concept of a god?
Oh, yeah, another dumbass question. Go ahead, but somebody else can answer that.
I mean, well, if it's a dumb question, you should have an answer for it.
No, I don't have I don't have answers to dumb questions. It's actually the opposite.
How is that a dumb question?
Because, bro, listen, that's like asking me where the fuck were planes in ancient cultures. There were none.
Thank you. Just like even when Walter Williams said religion was created.
I challenge you. I challenge you. I challenge you. Topic in the debate online. Then after my next opponent to call.
You challenge me what, Negro?
I challenge you. What? I challenge you to the debate topic of is there any black cultures throughout history that didn't have some concept of a god?
Okay, you know what? I accept that debate.
And I say no. I say no.
Okay, now watch this. Hold on. You said what you had to say. Now
there is no black culture that didn't have some concept of a god throughout history.
Okay, I accept that debate, but you have to accept my debate that I want to have another debate. Now,
so
if you
move
accept
the goalpost,
no, but hold on, listen. I need you to slow down. Just walk with me for a second, bro. Just listen. This is not difficult. I'm telling you. I promise you, it's not difficult.
It's like,
bro, please.
You said. I asked the question,
please.
not even to
bro,
you,
bro.
Hold on. Let me say this. It's like I asked a question. You know what I'm saying? He called my question dumb because he didn't have an answer for it. So I challenged him to a debate. Now he want to move the goalpost to some other debate.
No, I accepted your debate. Bro, I accepted your debate, bro. I accepted your debate, but I want you to understand one thing. There's a caveat with this debate. I accept your debate. Hold on, what are we doing? Bro, can you listen to what I'm saying? Because I heard what you said and I understood it thoroughly. So you want to debate me is if there is atheism in ancient cultures. I say yes. I will take that debate.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Oh, okay. I apologize. Go ahead and take 10 seconds to reiterate.
That's not what I said. Is there any black atheist cultures throughout history?
Okay, great. Okay, so you want to challenge me on if there are any black ancient cultures who are atheists in history, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, now watch this. I will take that debate. I promise you I will take that debate. But the next debate that we have to have subsequently has to be if you can show me airplanes before the year. No, hold on, brother. Why are you cutting me off? Bro, listen, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up because you cut me off.
Because you're coming with some conflict. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ruben, go. Let him go, Ruben. And don't be disrespectful, Q.
Okay, I apologize. I apologize. So now I've accepted that debate on grounds of the term that we can now debate if there were airplanes before 1000 BCE. Are you willing to take that debate?
No, I'm not willing to take that clown ass debate.
Stop talking
you know
to me,
why?
Exactly.
You know why?
Exactly.
You know why? Because you know that didn't happen. But in 1000 BC, there were black cultures with gods. In 5000 BC, there were black cultures with gods.
So hold on. So why won't you take the debate that there were airplanes?
10,000 BC, there were black cultures with gods.
So why won't you take? Well, hold on. Let me just build with you, brother. And I'm gonna be respectful. Hold on, I'm gonna be respectful.
Hold on,
let's be respectful.
My intelligence. Intelligence is not respectful.
I just said let's be respectful. I'm the one that's instituting.
Yeah, now you want to be respectful at my intelligence, and you telling me to shut the fuck up. Now you want to be respectful.
So you don't take my apology when I said I apologize. You don't accept my apology.
Man, it's the bro. it's like, bro, it's like if
Bro,
you
do
on a
you accept
platform,
my
you're supposed to be,
apology or not before I get
bro.
on some nigga
I
shit
don't.
with you? Do you
Man,
accept my
you
apology?
done already got on some. You done already
You guys
already
gotta
got
stop,
on some
man. You
nigga
guys
shit
gotta
out the
stop.
gate on. You done
You
already got
guys
on some
gotta
nigga
stop.
shit. You know
You
what I'm
guys
saying?
gotta
Because
stop. You guys gotta stop, bro. You guys gotta stop. You gotta
yeah,
let
I
each other
feel you.
talk.
I feel you, Mugabe. You're right. You're right, Mugabe.
You guys
You're
gotta
right.
let each other talk.
You
You
know
guys
what I'm saying? You're
gotta
right.
let each other talk.
But you see what happened, just like everybody else did.
No, because my question got cut off. Nobody could even answer my question, but this dude Cube, he can be rude as hell to everybody.
I apologized.
But hold on,
Yeah, don't let it happen no more. Don't let it
y'all.
happen no more.
You gotta let each other talk.
Bro, it
Even
won't
if you
happen anymore.
disagree,
Brother, is that
even if
okay?
you
It won't happen
disagree,
anymore.
hold on,
Is that good?
Cube, just hold on, bro.
I'm from
Even
Missouri.
even
You
if
gotta
you
kill
guys
me.
disagree with each other, just have a little decorum and let the other person speak.
Great.
Ruben asked a very hard question, and I agree with his
To
very
idiots.
hard. Let me
Right.
finish.
I
Let me
had a
finish.
question first.
Hold on, April. We're not April. We're trying to establish some decorum, April. We'll get right back to you in a second. He asked a very hard question that most people can't answer. And then Cube came back with a similar very hard rhetorical question. And I think that even though it was done sarcastically, I think you should understand what he's trying to say, Ruben. He's, in my opinion, and I'm not taking sides here, he's saying that just because you can't find this thing historically in a group of people does not mean that this thing didn't exist within individuals within that group. I don't know if that's what he's saying specifically, but as an atheist myself, this is the thing that I tell people. When you say, hey, show me a atheist group of Africans in our history, you probably can't show that because we were never depicted as such. But that does not mean that there were not non-believers among any of these groups.
Okay, let me get it.
Hold on.
And I feel that. I feel that. But that's not the question. You know what I'm saying? That's not the question. Because what was proposed was that we raise our children and teach our children to be atheists, which would be in essence a culture that we are fertilized. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that would be. So that brought forward my question of where throughout our history was this the case? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that atheism is taught. I think that atheism is. I don't think you teach somebody to not believe in something. I think that you teach a child to have logic and reasoning skills and to look at the world through a different set of lenses.
It's an understanding that people come to understand, bro. That's really all it is.
Right.
So let me get into it real quick. So now the brother wanted to debate me about ancient societies, teaching and or being atheistic, and I would. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's like you messing the title up. It's like
Hold on. The sister wanted to speak. Let her speak.
Let her get it off. Let her get it off.
Belief where there isn't a belief for that God is himself, that it doesn't require you to build on your self principles, that is what is going to elevate you. Please show me anybody on this planet that did not have that sort of concept. When you have a mental health disorder, it's because you are following idols, because you are God. No one can tell you how to experience your life. Only you. So
right.
How is it that there are no gods when we are the gods? That's what I want somebody to break down to me.
Sister, you're right about that. But let me delve back into what I was talking about with the brother, if I may, because
shut up, bro, and you're gonna let me make my point.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were done. I'm sorry. I thought.
I typically say I'm done. Now, can you tell me, are you God? Are you God?
But sis, you're asking questions. When you ask questions, that means sis, that means you want somebody to answer your questions. Like we don't know if you're asking a real question or is it rhetorical. Sis, April, relax. April, relax. When you speak, April, when you speak, April.
Mugari, let her go. Let her go, Mugari. Let her go. Go ahead, April.
I'm asking to prove to me right now that God is not energy and that you are not energy and you are not the conscious energy that is God.
Okay, well, unfortunately,
people confused. Tell the people that they got the power. Stop fucking asking these stupid questions about religion when religion is idol worship.
Okay, great. Okay, so well, unfortunately, sister.
Let her finish. Let her finish.
You don't have no answer because that deads the whole conversation. If you are God, if you control your own life and the energy that surrounds you, you don't have no business seeking another man to tell you how to run your life. That means you are a follower. You are an idol worshiper. Now prove me wrong on that. That's
okay.
Hell, Hydra.
So hold on. So sister, are you done? I'm asking respectfully. Are you done, sister? Respectfully, are you done?
Was y'all listening to her or y'all just
don't ask her no questions?
And you can't try to discredit that you are the God. Try to discredit that you are not light. Try to discredit that you are not the consciousness that they are seeking, that they cannot find. That's what's missing in the bosom. Since you wanted to talk science, now I'm done.
Okay, great. So I'll just say this real quick. Unfortunately, sister, you butted into a conversation that had nothing to do with you, so I refuse to speak with you at this moment. If you have questions directed to me, I will respond. But I want to respond to the brother who wanted to debate.
Stop talking to her, bro.
I'm not talking to her. I'm not talking to her.
At her. Stop talking at her. You see,
bro, I'm talking to.
Damn, man, move the conversation forward.
Yeah, just move on. Move on. Don't direct anything.
Okay, listen. Okay, to the brother. Okay, to the brother. Okay, to the brother that wanted to debate me. To the brother that wanted to debate me. To the brother that wanted to debate me. Let me deal with him. So now, brother, are you willing to take a debate with me to show me that people had airplanes in the 1st century? Are you willing to take that debate?
You asking me? You basically conceding defeat on the question that you call stupid when you ask that when you ask for that debate, because we both know that can't be proven. Just like you know that you can't prove. Just like you know that you can't prove that there was an atheist black civilization throughout history. You know what I'm saying? Which is why you call that stupid in the first place, because you knew you couldn't answer that question as an atheist. You know what I'm saying? And you want to disregard. I'm not finished. You want to disregard that what that sister said. But me and her we have similar beliefs in that God. You know what I'm saying? That she is trying to explain to you, being energy and being in you. We say God is light, and light is electromagnetism, and you are made up of atoms. You hear me? Since you want to talk science, you are made up of atoms, and everything in this universe is. And the electromagnetism is what holds it all together. Without the electron, there is no you. So, like she said, I am your power.
So are you saying that it's stupid to ask a question if there were planes in the 1st century? Is that what you're telling me?
Cube, stop, bro. Don't do that.
No, I'm not finna stop. I need this nigga to understand the shit he's talking about is dumb as fuck.
That's a logically fallacious question. You know that.
Okay, so what's the fallacy? Name the fallacy. Name the fallacy.
That's a, you know what I'm saying? You're asking for something that can't be
Name the
proven.
fallacy,
You know what
nigga,
I'm saying?
or don't.
It's like take the debate that you got challenged on
Where
instead
is
of
the
coming with some
fallacy, bro?
logical place of shit. You know you
Bro, listen,
asking
I'm gonna
was
tell
there
you.
planes? You're asking was there airplanes in 1000 BC? Everybody listening
I
to
didn't
this
say
call and on
1000
this
BC. I said
panel,
the first century. I said the first
what
century.
the
That's
first
not
century?
1000. That's nine.
Regardless, that's still the first. It's still the first century
No, bro.
BC.
Listen,
It's
hey,
still
listen.
everybody listening to this call on this
Bro.
panel know that can't be proven. Everybody.
Okay, so watch this.
But
Hold on, watch this. You just said that it
y'all were,
can't. Okay, watch
bruh,
this.
have some
Watch
decorum,
this.
dude. Have some decorum, brother. Have some decorum. Y'all were positing that
Medeva, bro, let me build, bro.
you
Bro, you
guys
gotta
were
let me
Stop
build.
positing
interrupting them.
you
Stop
guys
interrupting.
you guys were positing that we teach our children to be an atheist society. This is what you guys suggested we do, right? So this is something new to us. So my question was because this is not historically, this is not us being an atheist society. This is not us. This is not who we've been. I don't care if you want to believe in the Bible, whether you want to believe in the gods of Kemet, Kush, the Igbo, the Yoruba, you know what I'm saying? The people of Haiti. I don't care which God you want to believe in, which black society you want to talk about. They have some form of belief in a God or gods, even if it is nature. You understand? So when you come saying to me, you know what I'm saying, on the panel that we should teach our children to be atheists, these are the questions I'm going to ask you. And if you don't have the answer, sir, that's on your pamper. That's on your pamper if you don't have the answer to that question.
Can I speak now? Can I speak
Yes,
now
you can
without being
speak
muted?
now.
Okay, thank you so much. So now, see, here's the problem. The problem is that I feel he asked me a ridiculous question. I feel he asked me a ridiculous question. So what I then in turn did is I asked him a ridiculous question to make a debate about. But see, he wants me to accept his debate about a ridiculous question, but he doesn't want to take my debate about a ridiculous question. Because what he said was, well, see, brother, we can't show that in the first century that they had airplanes. But brother, you also can't show in the first century that there were no atheists. This is the problem that you hold square in your face that you do not want to deal with. This is what you don't want to deal with. So if I have to, if you, bro, listen, I'm gonna need you to be quiet, and I'm not gonna tell you STFU because you said be respectful, but be respectful and not speak because I put myself on mute. You want to ask me a ridiculous question, and I told you, brother, I said no. There are no findings of black civilizations of black people just being atheists within their civilization. I cannot find that. The same way that you cannot find civilizations in the first century that had airplanes. It's the same thing. You cannot find it. I cannot find it. So if you want to debate me, brother, this is totally okay with me. I'll take that debate. I'll make you look like who you are. But what you have to do is, brother, why are you cutting me off, bro? I didn't cut you off. And I'm almost done. So I'm not long-winded. I will take that debate. I will take that debate. But what you have to do is also take the debate that there were planes in the first century. Take that debate. Are you willing to do that? If you're not willing to do that, bro, please move the F around like your goddamn lease is up. I'm done with you.
So in other words, you don't want that smoke. You know what I'm saying?
In other words, I will take the
I was
debate.
respectful. I just only made 2 statements while you was talking. Let me respond to that. And when you said I'm gonna make you look like and I said, Naga, that's who I am. You know what I'm saying? So be respectful, brother, because I have been respectful to you. I have you out your name, I don't even know your name. You know what I'm saying? But like you want where the planes, you know what I'm saying? I'm not claiming we should teach our children to be
respectfully, you breaking up, bro. You breaking up, bro. I'm not cutting you off. You breaking up. You breaking up. I'm being honest. You were breaking up. Go ahead again.
I'm not. I'm not suggesting that we teach our children to be pilots, aeronautical engineers. So why are we talking about planes? You guys were suggesting that we teach our children to be atheists. So my question to you was, where throughout our history, basically, was this the case? And you can't answer that question. You know what I'm saying? My question was directed to a suggestion that you guys made. I wasn't suggesting a damn thing about airplanes. Nothing was said about airplanes, sir. So why are you talking about airplanes when the question of atheistic that you just said we should push to the children? You know what I'm saying? Yes, this is what we should do. We should teach our children to be an atheist society. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what we're gonna be. What it's gonna be if we teach all of us collectively as a people teach our children to be atheists. That would be an atheist culture, which would be a first throughout our history. You know what I'm saying? Which would be a first. We've ruled the world believing in gods. You know what I'm saying? It's not my fault because you want to just take the Bible God and make that the center of your beliefs or your disbeliefs. That's not my issue. That's not my problem. You know what I'm saying? But when you're talking about our children, then we have to look back on our history, sir. Where has this been the case? I get getting rid of the Bible God. Yes, I get that. If you want to bash him, I'll help you. If you want to bash Yahweh, I'm not up in here positing that we keep following book idol as gods. I am not an idol worshiper. I am my God. I create my own reality.
Are you done? Because I want to accept. I want to accept your debate. I want to accept your debate.
You accept it and you don't, bro. It's like you want to put some impossible conditions on that, but I'm not saying the damn thing about airplanes. I'm not the one talking about airplanes. You brought up airplanes. That's a straw man argument, sir.
Yes,
airplanes,
and you brought up atheism.
The definition of, no, I didn't bring up atheism. Y'all did. Y'all was amening and high-fiving over teaching the children to be atheists.
But it's very clear. You want to debate me about atheism, and I want to debate you about planes in the first century. Are you willing to take these debates?
Yeah, you want about some bullshit.
No, he don't want to debate you about no goddamn planes. Pick another topic. Gentlemen. Pick another topic. He said he don't want to debate you. You can't. Pick a topic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it, bro. You got caught.
Yeah, the sister caught you red-handed. Thanks, Fatima. You caught him red-handed. I mean, Karima,
got caught red-handed. Karima know I'm not about to sit here and debate no bullshit. Me and Karima, she been knowing me for over 10 years, buddy. So ain't nothing you could tell Karima about King Naga. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing you could tell nobody on this panel that know King Naga, nothing about King Naga because they know me. Even my
adversary. Just another nigga to me. So what though?
It don't matter.
But gentlemen, you guys are essentially saying in a roundabout way the same thing. Ruben doesn't disagree. Exactly. Ruben doesn't disagree with you, Cube, that the God concept as we know it right now is not the God concept we should have. What he's positing is that if you're going to have a God concept, the God concept should be light, and to a certain degree, you have to concede that. And I don't have a God concept at all, but he's saying that if we're going to say what is the most powerful force in our universe, the most powerful force in our universe at its most.
Bro, he's not asking that, bro. You're off base. He's not asking.
No, I'm not.
He's trying to get he's not. That's not what he's saying. Go ahead, Mugabe.
I need you to understand because I know both of y'all very well. And I know where Ruben is coming from, and I know where you're coming from, Cube. You guys are not saying dissimilar things. I just need y'all to take a step back. What Ruben is saying is that he doesn't hold the same Abrahamic God concept as most of our people do. What him and his team is positing is that if we do have a God concept, our God concept should be light in the form of electromagnetism. And if you want to use the word God, uppercase G, lowercase g, however you want to do it, if we take a step back, you have to somewhat agree with that. I don't agree with using that word. Maybe that's the area of contention, God. But I'm going to say the most powerful force in our universe is light, is electromagnetism. And those things are not in question. We understand that everything that we know in our known universe is predicated on light. Is predicated on electromagnetism.
So hold on, just freeze for a second, because I want you to explain. Hold on, I want you to explain this to me, bro. Because Madiba, you know me and him, right? So
yes.
Let's just build for a second. And what's the brother's name again?
Ruben,
bro. I'm not here to be antithetical to everything that you're talking about. That's not what I'm here for, bro. But you did call me out for a debate. But let's go away from that. Let's build this brothers for like momentarily, if we can. Can we build this brothers for a second?
Oh, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? That's
okay. So hold on. So first, what I want to do is, like I did already, and apologize. Let me apologize and say, bro, I'm sorry, bro. I effing apologize that we probably got off on the wrong foot. Let me just do that, because I'm not too big to say that.
Accept it.
So, okay, so cool. So what I'm saying is this. Well, you know what? Let me be more apologetic. Let me allow you to tell me what you're actually saying, and then I can respond to that, so we can really build. And if we want to have a debate after we build, that's cool too. So go ahead and tell me exactly what you're saying.
Let me. I'm gonna pose it as a question to Ruben. I'm gonna pose it as a question, and maybe you'll get a better understanding. Ruben, if there is a particular God concept in your paradigm, what is that concept, brother?
Oh, God is light, light is electromagnetism. And you know what I'm saying? That, like, you pretty much explained yourself. Y'all, like, it's the most powerful thing in the universe. You know what I'm saying? It's the most powerful force in the universe. It's the glue of the universe together. If there was no electromagnetism, you couldn't have no atoms to form matter. You know what I'm saying? So it all goes back to that. You know what I'm saying? It takes away this crutch to lean on. You know what I'm saying? You the God. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that we know God to be, his power can only be explained by light and electromagnetism. You know what I'm saying? When you say omnipotent, omnipresence, omniconscience, this is light, unquestionably. And it can be proven in science, you know what I'm saying? And it gets us into the field of science, which that's what we need to be bringing our children up in, man. So we could get up, like, I feel like we was a technological people, and we lost that when we got away from this. This is something that we had, you know what I'm saying? We come through a whole years of studying Nikola Tesla and a whole different bunch of religions, but it's like, I went to Kemet and studied Kemet first, you know what I'm saying, before he started making his scientific inventions and coming up with all these devices, and everything he did was centered around electromagnetism, light, you know what I'm saying? It pervades the universe. So it's like we are all connected to this light. So I feel like we need to be getting our children more into the sciences, man, into the mathematics, man. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, and bickering about who believes God and who don't. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care if you believe God or not. That's your walk. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody walk that for you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me say something to you, bro. Like you said that you care that we deal more so with the sciences, and I can understand that, but at the same time, there's people who believe in the God of the Bible who these things constrict them, and they also it also shortens their ability to do greater things. As
y'all both agree on that. Y'all both agree on that.
But yeah,
So hold on. Let's get to the meat. Hold on. I want to get to the meat and potatoes. Do you believe in the God in the Bible, or do you not?
Bro, it's like I believe what I can prove out the Bible. Put it like that.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not asking you that. Do you believe in the God of the Bible, like Yahweh? Do you believe that, bro? Like, because that is going to help me tremendously.
I don't rock with Yahweh. No, I don't rock with Yahweh.
Okay. See now, see, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
I don't rock with Yahweh. You know what I'm saying,
bro? That's
like,
what's up, bro.
I gained a different knowledge from that book. You know what I'm saying? And my knowledge from that book was that I shouldn't be fucking with Yahweh, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, bro. That's what's up, bro. See, on that point, we on the same team. So now,
it's like what I want to tell you though, it's like you gotta be able to emotionally detach yourself from those people who want to stay stuck in these paradigms that kept our people oppressed and on the lower level, you know, waiting on the sky to crack. It's like you have to do it emotionally detach yourself from them, you know what I'm saying? That way you can
see now watch this. Hold on, you breaking up, bro. Hey, bro, you breaking up, bro.
I'm saying you can't, at the same time, you can't condemn all the people that rock with the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta wake up. Everybody gotta wake up to this information, man.
Hold on, listen. Watch this though. But watch this though. Hit me out, bro. When it comes to me and my atheism, I don't have the ability to condemn anybody, nor am I attempting to do that, bro. Because what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to bring people, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm trying to bring people to atheism because I understand the God of the Bible is an evil motherfucker. And this God of the Bible has held us back so long. I want to read you a quote.
I'm gonna try to overtalk you before I jump off because y'all brothers keep me in a masculine energy by not letting me speak. So even though I know that God is energy, that's why I also know that the book is metaphysical. So that's why I stand in as a Hebrew, and I try to show my people that they're looking at the book wrong, and that everything that I'm saying can be shown to them in the book. But I'm gonna jump off because I don't like all this energy y'all have me in. It just has me all messed up with my husband, and half of y'all probably ain't even got no wife. So I'm gonna jump off and I'm gonna let y'all build.
Hold up, sis, before you go. Hold up.
No, let her go. No, let her go. Thank you so much.
Because you cannot match my you cannot match my knowledge.
Hold up. I want to say, like, I just want, before you go.
I told y'all brothers that God
before you go, that's why
I'm happy to see all my sons are finally waking up.
Sister, I thought you left already. Good night.
Look, bro, wait, hold up, bro, wait. It's like, I agree with what she said, though. I agree with what she said, bro, because...
Yeah, but you can agree, but she can also leave. Good night, sister.
I agree with what she said, because we saying damn near the same thing. She's saying God is energy. We say God is light. You know what I'm saying? It's that damn. We damn near saying the same thing, bro. It's like
but I'm saying good night, and she won't leave, even though she said she was about to. Good night, sister. Good night.
Dude, why don't you leave?
You just hold on, but you said you were gonna leave, and now you don't want to. Good night, sister. Good night.
Chicago.
God damn.
Make me leave, bro.
Why would I make you leave when you already said you were about to?
Say something smart to shut me up.
You already said you were about to leave.
Bro,
good
say
night.
Smart to shut me up.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you something smart. Go fix that nigga a fucking sandwich before you go upside your head.
He's at work. Why ain't you there?
Hey, listen, run it. Okay, well, run his fucking bath water before he go upside your head. Good night.
Say something smart.
Hey,
No,
listen. Good night,
we're not finna
sister.
do this. We're
Good
not
night.
finna do this.
Everything
We're
I
not
said,
finna do
you
Good
this.
night.
could be wrong on anything.
Good night, sister. Good night. Good
Wrong on
night, sister.
anything. Or you should
Good
get
night.
Or you
Good
should
night.
get
Hey, take care of them fucking kids. Good night.
Don't wash your fat pussy because you go back and forth like
Good
a woman.
good night, sister. Yeah, I know. Good night, sister. We love you, sister.
Damn.
We love you.
Shut me
Good
up.
night.
It's always a punk that cannot outwit me.
Why can't you leave when you said you were going to?
Conversation just like everybody else. So why can't
What? Hold on, hey sister, you know what? Hey, I apologize. I apologize,
bro. Shut me up with
can I apologize? Can I apologize to you?
bro.
Hey, sis, can I apologize to you? Can I say I'm sorry, sister? I want to say I apologize, sister.
You can't.
Hey, sister. Can I say I?
Jump off the line. Your fat pussy ass gonna talk shit about me.
Can I say I apologize? Like, I apologize. I apologize for the people that are listening to this fucking dumbass broad that won't fucking leave when she says she
No, bro. No,
get the fuck out of here. You fucking bozo. Get out of here. You said you was gonna bounce. Bounce. You fucking goofy. Get your ass up out of here.
All righty. God.
One dummy down.
Q, don't do that. Don't do that, bro.
Nah, I don't respect dumbass bitches, bro. I don't.
But
I'm sorry.
but Q, don't do it. Bro. We gotta understand. Even as an atheist, there's a lot of people they're walking. They're gravitating toward what we say, but in their own way. They're gravitating.
And you know what? And bro, I respect that.
Let me say
listen.
this, fam. Listen to me. They are slowly, if you just pay attention to the overall gist of the conversation we're having, these aren't people that are talking about Abraham is the father of the religion, and Moses split the Red Sea, and they're not those. These aren't those people, bro. These aren't those people. They're coming into this consciousness in their own way. If they want to have a God complex, let them have the God complex the way that they want to have it. In what I'm hearing from our brothers and sisters is their God complex. They want to have it. They still want to hold on to it, but let them have it the way it is palatable to them.
Okay.
Right now, their God complex is palatable to saying, "I'm God. I am the one that they're speaking of in the Bible."
Okay.
We have to kind of like they're being more progressive than a lot of the Abrahamic people that are not as progressive, bro.
But let me just say this though.
Hold on, Cube.
Okay.
We can't take a motherfucker from basic mathematics to calculus in one semester. We can't. So we gotta kind of like deal with our people, a little bit at a time. They're if you notice the gist of the conversation, they're conceding. They're saying, "Hey, this Abrahamic shit, it ain't it. It's something else."
Right.
They're saying that our people believed in something. What did they believe in? They believed in the power of self. Okay, we got you. Okay, thank you. We all agree with that. The power of self is a phenomenal thing. Do you understand, Cube? This is me to you, Cube. This is me to you. It ain't talking to nobody else that's listening. I'm talking like it's just you and me on the phone. If we have to understand that it's going to take more than just these conversations to get our people to wake up to those things. So we gotta kind of deal with them in a little.
Y'all need to stop tweaking and stop trying to be worried about what somebody else doing in their religion. Y'all need to just stop it, cause y'all that it's a mental health to be concerned and worried about waking somebody up out of something that's working for them. Unless you about to take them in and feed them and help them get a job, y'all need to be quiet. I'm gone. We about to cut this out.
Hey, let me say this last thing before we bounce up out of here, because I got to say this. And I appreciate what my brother was trying to give me, like the jewels he was trying to drop. Bro, I totally appreciate that. But let me just say this real effing quick. The truth of the matter is, bro, one of my favorite atheists is Matt Dillahunty. But you know what he is? He supports transgenders and all of this other extra shit that I don't. He's one of my favorite atheists, but he supports that. So it's okay for me to understand when he's talking about atheism, but I don't have to agree with his goddamn politics. So when you tell me, hey, bro, you got to chill on this, you got to chill on that. No, the fuck I don't. I don't have to chill on the things that I believe in. When it comes to atheism, yes, you can understand the things that I'm saying when it comes to atheism, but you don't have to fucking follow me politically. When it comes to my political thoughts, you don't have to follow me. Because truthfully, you can be whoever you want to be politically. But if what I'm saying is true when it comes to atheism, that's a different thing. So this ragamuffin ass fucking thought box, she can say whatever she want to say, but she's nothing in the grand scheme. And this is what I was trying to elucidate. She's nothing. She would never get into a debate with anybody. Her whole goal was to get on here to argue because her man, who obviously is having trouble with her. This is the thing, bro. I don't give a damn what a random, and I'm being light with my language.
Cube, no.
I'm really being light with my language, bro. No, hold on. Let me finish. Bro, let me finish, bro. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Yes. I have to be like this because this is the truth. I don't give a fuck about no random ass broad talking some dumbass shit that she's really not even, there's no equity there. She's not even intelligent enough to be speaking to me. That's really the goddamn truth. The truth is, she's not even intelligent enough to speak to me. The truth is, there should be a bar before people even get on this panel. But the problem with this panel is that the shit is so fucking low because we got niggas like what's the
We ain't about to be calling nobody out. Okay, we about to end this because that's what you're not about to do. Okay? Good night, everybody.
All right, y'all have a good one, man. Be easy.